Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today. So we have got the new event up here. Well, it's not a new event, I should say. It's the second event for the Divine King Mahongzhang. So if you're pulling for him, you can go for him. But we will, of course, be trying to finish up getting Divine King Tang in. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. See if there's anything new up and interesting. So we these do roll into 3. Okay, so I assume it'll probably go into 4 actually. But as you can see, we are rolling into a 3rd one. So this will allow us to get 3 pieces. My assumption is they'll have 4 right here. We'll be able to get a full set from a free-to-play perspective. If not, when they resume it back to 1, we'll be able to get that way. Either way. Also, I got a feeling we'll have the same thing for this. Just a chance to get another one of the 100k soul rings. But, you know, they're difficult to get. Very, very rare. So this is going to be your best source of actually getting one. Of course, it's, you know, RNG, so you might get the same one. But either way, like I said, I've only gotten 1 inside of the actual pools. So time limited. Okay, so we've got Divine Tool event up. So, you know, this is just the rewind from the one that was previously up from last week. So if you didn't use all your tickets, now's the chance to use them. But the event cleared off last week, or yesterday when this opened up. So nothing going on in there. So what do we got on the top? We got nothing much on the top. Okay, so we just got the standard pool. So it's the same as before. They have a bunch of things if you want to purchase some more of the actual stones for the spirit stones for summoning. You know, either or. So pretty much the same exact thing that we saw before. As is the Royal Hunting Ground. I really would like them to change this to a possible red up here, but it doesn't. So, but you want to do the full 32, okay, just to get the actual 20 tokens, because you're going to have to really be pulling a lot on these to actually get a lot of the soul rings. So that's just something to keep in mind. We got the mystery treasure up. Always remember to get your daily freebies right here, and that's all you should be purchasing for right now is the daily freebies. Okay, wait until you get down to, like, you know, we get to the last day, or the second to last day, and then base a determination as to about how many you're going to need to make sure that you do get all of the actual things. I've only had to purchase once. Every time this is rolled, I have not had to purchase any of the actual cards at all, the chances to flip. And then I think I was on the last one, I actually had to purchase one 1200 set to complete it. You can usually get pretty quick. I mean, I've only did 8 and I already cleared 1 of them. I'm already in, you know, so you should be okay. Just make sure you get your free ones, okay? Because once you hit the card, all the others clear. So it's not like you have to purchase enough to clear every single one if you want to get all the rewards. Once you hit the token, the golden token, it'll clear the rest of the board and you'll get all those rewards. So just, you know, wait until the second to last day or so and then make a determination on how good your luck been. But my luck's been pretty good on it, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. Special fun, of course, and then Wrong Wrongs Tea, which you should have participated in numerous times before. It's a reoccurring event, just like the notes are for Zeus. So let's go ahead and take a look. So where are we at? Well, we are at the crossroads here. We're at 136, so we need 14. Doing 2 pools of 20 will give us a chance to get 10 of the actual tokens inside of the exchange shop. Okay. So we need to actually make a determination as to how lucky we're going to get. So basically we need 4. Okay. That can happen and that cannot happen. As remember, I showed you on the first one, that we did, not the last one, the one before that, we got absolutely nothing. I didn't even get a hue. I got all of the rewards were like here down. I didn't get anything up in here. So, you know, it's hit or miss. So let's see what we get this time. So let's do our first 10. So we're looking for 4 basically is what we're hoping for. And I got 5, 6, yeah, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, so we've got it. I've got 145. Let's go ahead and do the other 10. Let's see if I can actually get it without using the actual tokens, and I can. Oh, look at this. See, this is this is what happens. You see, you can get this, you know, like I got this. I think it was on the very first pool. I haven't seen it since. And then see that this is like a a massive pool right here. This is a huge amount of shards, which is good because we're going to be using those to actually I assume there's a divine skill. We're going to find out here shortly. And as always, you can switch the Soul Master if you want to be going for Ma. I'm not going to be going for Ma. I probably won't pull anything until I see who I'll be going for. Okay, so I just want to have Tang and Wu in my team because they are the two main protagonists for the actual anime. So I just prefer to use them. Plus, they're two excellent characters. Might change, you know. I assume I will have eventually have 4 SP characters, but I think there's a new level of character out. I think they came out with a new level character on the China server, or they're talking about it because they're way ahead of us over there on the Asia server, China server. So that's the thing. So we've got him. So let's go ahead and go back to the Soul Master here. Now this will be the first time I've seen this. I have not seen anything in basis of these. So let's go ahead and summon him. So you can click anywhere. All right, so let's see what we got here. So he said, yeah, we've already said he's a unit attack, and they've given us a little chibi version of him there. So let's go ahead and take a look at him in the actual. Let's see where he places that with no equipment whatsoever. So he's all the way back here at level 1. Placing above the SS's. So that's not that. Yeah, that's about where he should be. So Gado. Okay, so yeah, there is going to be this. So as you can see, we've already got a bunch of shards that we can use for the divine. So let's go ahead and upgrade that skill. So we got 3, and I'm going to be able to get 20 more. Let's go ahead and do that before we fit. I'm just going to focus it on. I'm going to focus it on Tang Sensitive because the fact that I believe that in the end we should have a pretty good chance of getting quite a large number of shards. So let's exchange this for him. Okay, so there's the 10 shards. And we go up to the bag and we'll open that up. Okay, so we got really lucky on that pull. So we've gotten, we more than made up for not getting him in the last 2 pulls of the event. He's by the amount of actual shards that we've got able to do that. So there's the 10 shards that we needed. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the soul bone. Okay, so he can't equip anything. Okay. I was really unsure that they were actually going to let that happen. I wasn't sure if they were going to allow us to equip that, but you can. So you do not need to have the SP set for him, which is good, because probably what I'll be doing is I'll be doing 2 pieces of SP. And I'll be doing an S set. Putting that in two of the red set to get the 2 attack. It'll give me a little bit extra attack. It's not a lot, don't worry. But that's what we'll do. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. So everything looks pretty normal. I don't really see anything different in terms of basic setup. Cultivation's the same. Destiny the same. Got to have the first one on the. Okay, so this is a little bit different here. Okay, so this is different. The destiny on this is a little bit different. But since I've got all the characters, it's not that big of a deal. But this allows you to get an extra for the soul ring sacrifice on this destiny. And this would be after him. So, you know, Destiny of normal characters was the one before it and the one after it were required to activate the Destiny and get the fusion skill. Okay, this is a little bit different. So they have multiple types of Destiny that you can activate from within here. So let's see if so the fusions act. So I guess soul rings right here. A soul skill short trial. So this is 4 40 times. Yeah, that's a pretty big buff right there. Definitely one of the, so basically getting the set based on what type of set you can get. So I assume it's probably the total of the full set. Okay, so skill activation is based on soul rings. So this is one of the things where you're going to want to definitely prioritize him for your soul rings. So what you're going to basically want to do is unequip the soul rings from all of your characters, put them on him first. Let me rephrase that. Take the soul rings off of your non-main team characters and then put them onto him. Is what you're going to look at, because this will be the way that you can see. As you can see, I've got all of my my large ones are on my characters, but I have several characters that are not in the top 5 on my teams that do not have them. So this is basically my 4 teams. So anybody past this right here, you can take the soul rings off, and as you can see, so I'm looking for 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't have 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't have anything for 2 and 3. So basically, and then we're going to go back to him. So then put the soul rings on. Okay, so yeah, and then basis. So if you get a 3 of, get 2 of 6. Okay, so that's pretty good. And that's going to be basically your skill set right there. That's pretty nice, actually. I like that. So there is no longer leveling up. In terms of just cash, I mean, before it was coinage. You just basically use coin and leveling up as you level it up, and you level it up to 100, and like I'm 19, and that's the way you'd handle it. This is not done. It's not done differently. This is done with soul rings. Okay, so definitely want to make sure that you have a supply of soul rings for the skills. Okay, a leveling up seems to be the same. I should have enough. I've been stacking these specifically for the time that I knew I was going to actually be having to use to level him up. I did not know if they were going to increase the actual amount, and it does not look like they have. At least not by a whole bunch. Yeah, that's about the same. I don't see much of a difference in terms of experience to level them up. And as you can see that. Okay, so cultivation, I assume cultivation is going to be exactly the same thing. Got my crystal blood ginseng. So this is going to be SS plus. I'm going to be putting a set on him. So that'll be the ones I'm using. Immortal, yeah, I'm going to put a set on him definitely. Okay, so maxed out cultivation, deluxe cultivation. That's why that's where I went down, and so I decided to go ahead and put him into that to get it maxed out pretty quickly. So I have to see exactly what we can do with these skills here. Upgrade. Okay, so I had enough to get him to Moon. So yeah, that's pretty big. It's a pretty big jump in terms of shards that we're going to need. So that's all the ones I had in stock. But of course, as always, we always knew that that would be an issue, did we not? Of course we did. All right, let's see how many we got left now. Plenty. Yeah, we should be easily be able to actually use this. I've been saving these up specifically because I knew that when it actually came down to it, that I was probably going to have to uh, utilize quite a bit of them. I think 5 moon pretty good was pretty good considering just that's what I was putting in storage. See, this is where Woo Shop comes into play. If you got your assistant Woo right up, you just run the shop each day, and you'll get at least between 50 and 80 S shards each day, just using the shop. So keep that in mind. So keep making up. Let's go back in here and see how high we can get him now. So he's already just from 5 moon, he's already overtaking SS pluses that are at 5 moon or 5 sun. So that should tell you, and he has nothing on him, and I haven't done anything with his skills yet either. Okay, maxed out. Gotta level him up. Level up these, get my hands on these actual things here. So let's see here. Click on this. Let's breakthrough enhancement. So max is 232. So we got up to blue. That's not too bad. I would have liked to have gotten farther. It's really hard to figure out what you need on these, at that lower of skill. So I'm gonna have to start running through these. We'll do some more of it tomorrow, and we're gonna do the awakening as well too. I've got enough to do all of that stuff, but I just wanted to do the bases today and get all of the shards picked out. Task. Now let's see. Claim this. So let's see how much this is going to affect the Soul Force trials. Okay, so 339. That's a pretty big. I have to wait until tomorrow. I average about 1,000 a day just from settings and whatnot. So tomorrow I'll be able to level that up, even though I've only got 3 right there. That's not a big deal, and we'll level him up a little bit more. But what I want to see is Soul Force emerge, so I want to see exactly what they do. Okay, so that's, yeah, pretty big boost. So it's definitely something that you want to look. So it just, yeah, see, it places them in there. So an SP is 1,500. Okay. So, and this is based on the divine skill. See, you can see based on divine skill. I have the best divine skill is for Evil Eye. So that's why he's at 620. Okay, and then you see the 500 is the base, because got the divine skill. So definitely something that will help. So I'm gonna have to get him leveled up. So I'm already at 56. I was at 55. So it took me up one, but I haven't really worked on anything yet. We're gonna we're gonna have to do soul bases. So where's he at in terms of that? So yeah, he's already in one of the four, and I haven't even placed anything on him yet. I'm gonna have to go over the actual. I'm gonna actually have to to go through the actual hidden weapons and everything, and decide which ones I want to pick. To have all the actual things stored in this. And as you can see, I got so much gold, it's really not that big of much of a difference. So I've got some of this too. We'll focus a little bit on that tomorrow, actually. And like I said, I'll equip that with the beast. I'm probably just going to put him, based on what I can see, he's probably going to be put into the top. So yeah, he's already one off of the main, and I haven't even equipped anything on him yet, or started focusing on a soulbone set, which is where we're actually going to, or an immortal herb set, which is where we're going to get most of it. So I got a feeling after I've set him up, he's probably going to be, it depends a lot on how much I can actually get out of him with this other stuff, but he might actually bypass you a little bit to become the top player on the team. I don't know how much more they've got them listed as overpowered as the others. So just show them all that I haven't got. So yeah, this is pretty good. I like it. It's going to be pretty big, up to 57 just from those two. It's right there. We've got some more tasks right here, breaking through the rings. Yeah, we're going to. I've got enough to do the purchase. They do things a little bit different in here. It's this divine scroll. Okay, this is the weaponing awakening. So each character doesn't have their own weapon. They all have this divine scroll, crystal, which is set at SS's, triple S's are 6,500, and SPs are 8,500. I'm assuming it's going to be 6 of them. That's generally what it takes, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm assuming it's going to be 6 of them. So I'm not quite able to get the third one yet, but I'll be able to get close, and I should have that within a few weeks. Just getting the tickets is a little bit difficult at this particular time. You really can't get a bundle of them. You have to wait for the events and then snatch them up in the events. And I don't really focus on them in the events, simply because I can get them in other ways, through daily thing, doing your dailies and whatnot. You get tickets and rewards and whatnot for all of that stuff, so you can get them that way. And they're in the shops. You can get them in the shops as well too. So it's just a matter of refocusing my priorities to take on different stuff, and focus on that, and then go from there, and see what we got. So it's looking pretty good, but we'll do another video probably tomorrow, after I've had a little bit of chance to go through, and then we'll run through some more of this stuff. I don't particularly want to start using my stamina right now. I used all my stamina for today, but over the next, it's probably going to be, next one's going to be a pretty long video as we go through this singularly. So, and I'll use it at that time, and I'll already have some of the stamina built up for use as that as well, and then we'll just see how far we can get. Now, I've noticed that in one thing I did notice in a Hue was the fact that this happened. So it looks like, I can't believe that 4 is the max. So are all these going to max out at 4, and that's as high as you can go? I'll know at 118 because I'll be able to take this up to 4. I'm almost at 118, as you can see. I'm very close. I was assuming that they would actually go higher. I was assuming they'd go into red. Surprising that it doesn't. Either way, irrelevant at that particular point at this particular time. But it's something interesting to look at. I hope we'll have to see. If it does, then I'll be able to start focusing on my other team, getting them up a lot faster. Just assuming that this was going to be a continuous function, and that we would just keep going until we hit red 5 was what I was assuming was going to happen. Um, but if it stops out at gold 4 in terms of armor, then yeah, I'll be able to start focusing on the other characters and start bringing them up as well. And having a 3 attack team is not going to be that much of an issue. It'll still be a little difficult, but it won't be as hard as it was going to be if we had to go to red 5. Okay, but if we're stopping at gold 4, then yeah, it's something that you can do fairly easy as long as you do your resources wisely. We'll have to see. But yeah, that was something I found exceedingly interesting. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we've got a few days here. I'm going to have to battle pass. You should be finishing up your battle pass. Okay, so you should be done with it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get it. I mean, I may as well, but I'm really not sure what I'm going to spend it on. It doesn't look like they're going to put anything more in the shop. I might just go ahead and purchase something for Inming. But yeah, I have to make a decision. It's something I have, it's something I have to do. But I've got since I'm low on diamonds at the point, and it's going to take me a few days to build those back up. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend it and I get it in a token, because I have to buy. You're going to have to buy 10 slots. I only need 9, but I'm going to have to purchase 10 because that's all they sell it in. 8,400 is what I'm going to need to get 10 levels. I'll be close to that in a few days, but I don't know. It's something to, it's not something I'm worried about at this particular point, but it's something to look at. Not really sure that I want to actually, bring that up if they're really not going to give me any rewards that can be used, that are usable. So we'll have to see, what they come up with. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'll have to see. I don't know. Maxed out. So that's maxed. Physical skills, same. Exactly the same. Yep, exactly the same. Nothing different. I was thought that might do something on this. What I like to do on this is I like to focus on maxing out any ones that are associated with attack. First, and then I go back and get the others. Gives you a boost. Team attack. It pays to just save this stuff up, even though you didn't use it. It's always there, so that when you need it, you can use it. So damage reduction, damage recovery, yeah. So that's all the ones in attack, and then I'll just start back up here and just bulk them up. I'll probably have enough. I think I might have enough. It'll be close. I might be able to brack them all out. We'll have to see. It's not going to be the soul stones. It's going to be the actual cultivation stones that cause a problem. But again, easy to get your hands on. Not difficult at all to get your hands on. You get some of them each day. And just store them. So we're at 7. So we got them all done. It's 3 short, and then had these 3 others to get. These are indicative for PvP. So if you do want to be powerful in PvP, you definitely want to focus on these 2, because that gives you a pretty good buff. So still at 57. I thought we might get to 58. So where are we at now? Okay, so we're still right there. So, but we're right on the heels of overtaking Tang to making 5th, and I haven't put any soul bone or anything on him yet, so he's definitely going to be a powerhouse. And then we'll have to start do the testing and see, you know, if him is going to be a better placement. My assumption is we'll probably do better with taking her out. She does give a pretty good buff on attack, but since if we are going to go 5, a 3 attack is not going to be much of a problem. But I'm waiting to see, okay, because I would assume that they would go to red 5 on the armor. I didn't think they'd stop at gold 4, but we'll have to see that. Okay, so other than that, that's everything at this particular time. So we'll do another video tomorrow. We'll start breaking through and leveling up the armor. We'll also start creating a soul bone. I should have... I've got the 3rd one. I've got the 2nd one. It's in the daily. So they had the 2nd one. So I got that one right there. And 3rd one. So hopefully they'll go to 4, and it looks like they will. But since we can put the red armor on her, it's not that big a deal. But I do want to have 4 pieces of SP. So let's go ahead and go to the bag. Soul bone. So use. Okay, so we've got a helmet. It doesn't really specify which is which. It's just 2 pieces. Attack increases by 60. Damage reduction increases by 35. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the helmet. And I'm going to use the armor. That's what I'm going to do. Those are the 2 pieces I'm going to create. So I'm going to create a helmet. It takes 20. Yeah, it takes 20. So I'm going to create 1 helmet. Okay. And I'm going to create 1 armor. It takes 22. Yeah, 20. So I'm going to create that. Okay, so the shards are going. So got that right here, and then we can fuse it. There's a Divine King helmet, and then we can fuse it. Divine King armor. And we go back to soul bone. Remove that. I'm going to put the helmet. I'm going to put the armor. And then I don't think I have any reds built. But really, you know, really, it's only got 5% attack, so it's not that super big at this particular point. Six million 527. So let's so hoping I'll be able to max enhance this instantly. It's only 5. I want to be able to max enhance it. I thought I could max enhance it somewhere. I thought it was this. Do I have to click 5? I guess I have to click 5 each time. That'd take forever. No, I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll have to do that on my own time. They need to fix that. There should be a button here that you can do enhancement and enhance it. I guess maybe you have to have it all set. So here's the new thing. Promotion. Okay, so promotion using Phoenix Divine Blood, of course. Upgrading. Shards, of course, as always. And here we go. So this right here was what we were talking about. where you'll be able to use soulbone shards to level up the fusion. I like this. One thing I was worried about is how much of the spirit source it was going to take. I was really worried that. I mean, you can get this. As you can see, I've got 400. You can get it daily in the soulbone shop. You can get so it's a daily item now. Not a lot. Your best bet is still doing the actual the tournament. But in terms of getting but now you got other stuff that you can add in here. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely something that you want to consider, and this will allow you to level it up. Right, you get the buffs on the attack. I like that. It's there's really nothing to use these shards on. What I was doing with them was A's and B's. I was just selling them. Okay, and in the soulbone shop, and I was just going up, and dissolving the shards to get the coins, because then you could go into soulbone. It's really expensive inside of the shop, the soulbone shop. See right here, 3,000 for just one. Okay, so that's six. I think you can get three of them, which is 6,000, 9,000 a day that you spent to get these. So I was just dissolving the shards and making sure that I had enough 9,000. I mean, I'm able to usually get one or two just by running the sweeps, but then I'd have to purchase some of the excess. And this is daily, so you can get 9,000 each day. So I was having to supplement it a little bit, but only with the A's and the B's, or the B's and the A's and the A pluses. Those were the only soulbone shards that I was getting rid of. And you get them in there, but now you can store those, because you do get some of them inside of the slot arena. You get all types of you can get shards in pretty much. Let me see. You get shards here in the treasure pot, not the treasure pot. Soul Beast Forest, and then the giant. You can get them in here each time you kill a boss. You get some soulbone shards. Okay, they're only A's and B's though. They're not really the good stuff. But at the end of the events and stuff that you can usually get a large amount of them. So that's the best way to get them, and you just build them up naturally. You can also purchase them. I'm not sure if in events and stuff, I'm not sure if I'd want to use my event currency on actually purchasing any of the minor stuff. I have a bunch of the a chest here. As you can see, I have 800 of the red sets, because I'm going to put a red set on each of my actual characters. All the characters are going to have a red set. So that's basically where those come from. And then the rest of these shards will be used for leveling up the SP, because I'm going to have a full set of that, and that'll be the refinement for that, along with of course the spirit source. And we'll see how long we can get it up. But that's a pretty good setup right there. I do like that they're making things a little bit easier. And as you can see, we have bypassed Sea God Tang San, the Divine King Tang San. So he's now a little bit more powerful, and we haven't even put any of the stuff on him yet, or leveled up his actual equipment past the blue. And we're going to put some of that. We're going to put some extended soul bones on him. I'm probably just going to go ahead and move the set that I have on. I put the set, and I've just been playing around with the set on her. I'm hoping we'll get to see some actual utilization of shards for this. I mean, we need to get some more shards. So let's put this on Tang San. Divine King Tang San. remember, this is not a this is a choice set. It means it's stuck. If you put it on an attack character, you're going to get the attack stat buff. If you put it on a tank, you're going to get the defense buff, and if you put it on a support, you're going to get the hit points. Okay, so that's the way it goes. So there's really no way to actually change that. It's based on whatever type of character you put it on. Since I put it on an attack character, I got the attack buff. So that's that seems logical. Okay, and yeah, we'll go ahead and focus on this stuff because I'm going to go over some stuff tonight. Pick which one I want to use, and then we're going to have to start focusing on getting 2 and 3. I might pull those from Hugh. I don't know, just to get make his skills a little bit more powerful because the skills have no effect for the characters, triple S characters. Okay, so as you can see, they really have nothing to do with her skills. Her skills are still based on coinage, so they have really nothing to do. It's making her more powerful, of course, but it's just given a generic buff. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and pull the soul rings off of her, and now I can start leveling up the red ones. Okay, I want to start focusing on that because I've been saving that stuff, waiting to see what they were going to do and how it was going to be implemented into the SP characters, because I know they mentioned that the soul rings were going to be used for the skills. So I wanted to see how it was going to be done. Was it a total singular? How was it going to affect just skills? I mean, but it just you can use all types. I thought they might not let you put the cheat, the lower levels soul rings on there. I thought you might not be able to use them. So I just wanted to make sure that there was no restrictions in terms, which is not. So it's wide open. So yeah, so we're going to have to focus on that. I mean, it's going to make things a little bit difficult to make them tougher. I mean, you can't max out. You really can't max out the skills now. So I was really hoping that there would be, some ways, but we're gonna go ahead and he's gonna have a full set, and I'll put the red ones on him as well too. Okay, so he'll have, and I will of course apply my red ones to him first because that's gonna help the skill. He helped the skill get a little bit more powerful. Okay, so that's what. So this is a 10k year, so that's level 2, 10k year. So getting a 100k year that's the one. So these right here, yeah, that's going to be, these are going to be, this is going to be difficult to get. I'm assuming that you're going to have to be in the higher ranks to get those, and you'll have to level up the ones that you get so that you can actually suppress them in. But those are going to be difficult. You're talking in game for that because the hunting ground's not easy. It's not easy inside the darkness. Okay, it takes a little bit of time to level through there. I'm hoping now that I've got an SP character, I'll be able to get through these a little bit easier. That's what I was hoping, because that's where you're going to get some of the higher level mats and stuff that really make a difference if you want to max out your skills. So that you're going to have to get them inside of there. So I have to keep working up and see what we can get. But it'll be fun, needless to say. All right, so have another video. It's either going to be tomorrow or the next day, and we'll go over each of the actual, and we'll just try to level it up. We'll start breaking through. We'll awaken some rings and some armor and stuff, and get that taken care of. And then we'll go from there. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it to get notified each time I drop the videos. Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.